Well, welcome to another episode of Local Business. I'm your host, Jack Allen, and today we're going to two unique businesses. We'll be at Anytime Fitness and we'll also be at Guardian Storage. So I hope you enjoy our show. Okay, our first stop today on Local Business is the newly built Guardian Storage Facility, and that's at 1067 Milford Drive in Bethel Park. We're here today at the main office with Greg Plum, so welcome to our show.
Thank you for having us.
And if you can just tell us a little bit about how long you've been here, the concept that you have.
So this property was actually just finished being built this year. It's comprised of two buildings, the main office here at 1067, and then we have a second building slightly down the street on Milford at 2061. It's made up of about 800 storage units, anywhere from size of a small 5x5 locker up to a 10x30. This building opened at the beginning of May, and our second building opened up just in August. So this is our first year kind of operations.
Okay, now the the buildings themselves, are they the same concept?
No, they're a little bit different. This is kind of our main office hub. We've got some smaller size storage units in this building that are fully climate controlled, and then we have a secondary building down the street that's comprised of some outside drive-up spaces that you can kind of pull right up to, as well as some inside units that are fully climate controlled, and some are just interior that are ventilated but not heated or cooled. So some value spaces.
Okay, and one thing that people always seem to be concerned about is security.
Sure. Guardian, one of our main priorities is keeping people's items secure and safe. So we offer multiple levels of security. We have gated entry, so everyone who becomes a tenant will have their own security code to get into our facilities, but all of our storage units are also individually alarmed, which is a really nice feature. So when you are punching in your access code to gain entry, it also will disable an alarm attached to your door. So that way we know you can only go to the door that you've disabled. We also know when that door is open and closed, so again, we know how long, for length of time, that door has been open. So again, it's a great security feature for anybody who takes real pride in keeping their items safe, and that's something that Guardian really does.
Right, because if someone comes in using their code, you certainly don't want them going to any other units
Correct.
that you might have.
Exactly, and they can only go to the unit that they disarmed. And we do also have video surveillance throughout the properties, 24-hour recording surveillance that will kind of keep track of what's going on at all times. So again, when you come to Guardian, you know your stuff is safe and secure.
Now, I also noticed that you have climate control.
Yes, this entire building here, as well as 2 floors of our second building, are temperature controlled. So the floors themselves are heated in the winter months and air conditioned in the summer to keep your items, especially items that are temperature sensitive, not only safe, but again, the fluctuations of temperatures won't affect electronics and other woods and other antiques.
Okay. And basically, is there more to the Guardian system here than just storage? Do you rent things out, or?
Oh, sure. Yeah. I mean, Guardian, we always want to kind of be your one-stop shop and also show you that we're here to help you in any way through your transitions. There's multiple different kinds of life transitions. So we can give you recommendations for local movers, but we also have a merchandise wall that has packing supplies, boxes, bubble wrap, tape. We also have a free moving truck offer at Move-In. We have a 14-foot box truck that once you become a tenant, you can rent with us for the day. It's a really nice feature. That way, if you're moving yourself from a local move, you can schedule the day for us and use our truck and take it out.
Okay, that's certainly
yeah, it's a really nice feature that Guardian has. And again, you could basically rent it for the entire day. So we offer 25 free miles as well as part of it. So again, it's for people living in the Bethel or surrounding areas. it's a really nice deal.
Okay. And what different size units do you have?
So anything, again, from like a small 5x5 locker for people who just have a couple boxes or totes, up to basically an entire house, up through a 10x30. Most of our storage units increase by about 5-foot intervals. So really any kind of need that you'd have, we can kind of accommodate. We've got sizes all throughout the board. So whenever you reach out to us, we kind of get a feel for what you're storing, and we have a pretty good idea of what size will work best for you.
Mm-hmm. Now, I know it's open for the consumer 24/7, like you mentioned. How often is your office here open?
Well, so actually our access hours are 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Every day. So we don't do 24-hour storage options, again, to keep the property secure.
Okay.
So there's
Okay.
nobody kind of loitering in the property overnight and things like that. So we kind of lock it down for that safety measure. We're here in the office, usually myself or one of my staff members, from Monday through Saturday, usually 9 to 6 on the weekdays, 9 to 5 on Saturday, to take any of your questions, calls, payments. Basically, you can always come in and see us. We're here to help.
Okay, so the two buildings you have, this is the only one with the office in there?
Correct. Yeah, this is our kind of our access point when you kind of first start your interest in or inquiring into a space. We go back and forth between the buildings all day. They're very, very close together.
Okay, and before we take a tour of the building itself and the different units that you have, is there anything else you might want to tell our viewers?
Yeah, we actually also offer free of charge a conference room to all local businesses or just to any residents in the area. It has a typical conference room table, but it could seat up to about 6 to 8 people. There's tablets in there as well. So it's kind of we schedule it. So if you ever have a need for a meeting space, you can always reach out to us. Again, it's free of charge. There's no commitments in it whatsoever. Just kind of reach out to us. Just kind of a meeting space here as part of our office that you can always use as well.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for the information. If we can take a tour of the facility.
Yeah, sounds great. So this is one of our examples of a covered loading dock that Guardian offers. So if you're moving in on a day like today where it's snowing or raining, your stuff would remain dry as the back of your vehicle would be covered under the dock. That's our moving truck that we do offer to our tenants. Again, you can reserve it or rent it at any point while you're a tenant here. And then again, as you move in, we do have the gated entry. So you'd have a keypad to type in your code to get into our facilities as well. And once you're inside, we have carts available at all of our loading docks, the flatbed dollies as well as some mattress carts. Again, to make your move as easy as possible so you're not carrying things down long hallways, throw everything onto a cart or two, and kind of easily wheel it down. We also have an elevator, oversized elevator to make your moves easier too if you're not right on the first floor. Again, we do accommodate businesses as well. If you need to have packages delivered for your company or for you individually, we do package delivery acceptance. We can put them right into your unit for you as well. Again, having the carts available here really makes it a nice feature. So this is an example of one of our storage units here in our first building. Again, this floor is temperature controlled. So the heat is on even though you can't feel it at home. And this would be an example of a 10 by 15. Again, all of our units are alarmed. There's a little alarms attached to the doorway. Once you would punch in at the access keypad, that would disable this alarm attached to only this door. So you could come to your storage unit and access it. Now this is a 10 by 15 storage unit. Again, all of our storage units have nice heights. You have about 8 to 10 feet of vertical space to work with to stack your items. All of our rentals are month to month. So again, if you only need the space short term, we can work with you. If you needed it for a long period of time, again, we can work with you as well. Again, like I mentioned, this is one of our 10 by 15 storage units. This is kind of middle of the road in terms of sizing. We do offer units that are smaller and a little bit bigger. So we always say this is probably the equivalent if you needed about 2 to 3 rooms worth of items to bring to storage. This is kind of our starting point for sizing. One thing we do as well is we have a professional maintenance staff who, before we rent out any unit, comes and professionally cleans it as well. So you always know when you're moving into a unit that your unit has been professionally cleaned. So that's something that we take pride in at Guardian is you moving your items somewhere where it's clean, dry, safe, and secure. And we always want to get you to have your items taken out of storage in the same condition that you put them in. So this is an example of another space of our property here. Nice, comfortable environment. Again, we have carpet on a lot of our floors here. This area actually even has a window view out onto Route 88, as well as the Washington Junction T station here in Bethel Park. Again, carpet on a lot of our floors to make it feel like a very comfortable home environment, very similar to your own household. And this is our second building, just slightly down the street from the office at 2061 Milford. As you can see, there's a combination of some of our outside units. We call these drive-up spaces, as well as indoor units as well. We've got multiple docks throughout the property, which we'll show you as well as the ability to put a vehicle in a storage unit, which I'll demonstrate here in just a moment. And this is our keypad entry for access to the property here at our second building. Again, it's gated access here. Each tenant is given an individual code. Again, that works for their entry, but also works to deactivate the alarm attached to their specific unit. They'll use it to punch in to get inside the property. There's also a keypad to exit as well to let us know you're leaving the facility and for the alarms to rearm. This is an example of one of our exterior drive-up spaces. These are actually climate controlled as well. As you can see, there's a vent in here, so it keeps the unit warm even throughout the cold winter months. You could put a vehicle in here, or you could put your household goods. It's a double insulated door to kind of hold the heat in. So again, your stuff is still safe and secure and dry and warm, again, throughout those cold winter months. And this is our main covered loading dock for our second building. Again, it can be used as an access point to any of the 3 floors. There is an oversized elevator right inside the doorway here, as well as carts available for all of our tenants to use. Now, the nice thing about this property is we do have a dock on each floor, so you can have ground level access no matter where you are on the property, or you can use our main dock here that you can access the elevator to any of the 3 floors. And even here at our top floor of the property, you do still have the opportunity to have ground level access. 2 actually different access points. We do have one for vehicles, so you can just pull right up to the doorway here and unload right inside the property. And we do have a second access point for large vehicles, like a tractor trailer. If you're moving from across the state or even across the country, their vehicle can back up right to the dock there and load right inside the property. And that's what you can expect when you store here at Guardian. Again, we provide multiple levels of security, easy access to any of the floors that you would be on, carts available for your use as well, and the security features of gated alarms, surveillance cameras as well, here at our second building at 2061 Milford. This is our merchandise wall. Again, we sell boxes from all shapes and sizes, as well as other packing and moving supplies, bubble wrap, tape, locks. All of our tenants, we do require they put their own lock on the space. Again, it's another security feature. We do offer about 5 different types of locks. So again, whatever you're most comfortable using, and again, any kind of one-stop shop for any of your packing or moving supply needs. And here is the conference room that I mentioned earlier, again, for the public use. Again, we do just take reservations on it for anyone who is interested in using it for any length of time. Again, it does come with a table with about 6 chairs, a dry erase board with markers that's available to use. We got pen and paper. Again, we do have a coffee bar that's complimentary as well. And again, power outlets, USB ports, whatever you would need for computers, laptops, or any other electronic devices. So again, if it's something of interest to you, again, you can always just reach out to us and schedule a date or length of time that you'd want to have a meeting here. We also partner with a local electronic recycling company to do some e-waste recycling for the community. If you have some e-waste, now unfortunately we can't take televisions or computer monitors, but other e-waste, computer parts, old VCRs, stereo equipment, things like that, you can stop by the office first, and we can direct you to where on the property that we would house them until the company comes and picks them up. It's a great program. If you do have any questions, you can call us directly about it, and we can help answer them for you.
Well, thank you, Greg, for the tour. It's an interesting facility and certainly state-of-the-art. We wish you all the luck.
Well, thank you again to Bethel Park for having us and for taking the time out to do this. Again, we're happy to be here. The area has been very accommodating to us, and we love it. Something else that we do for the community every year, twice a year, is a free shredding event, free paper shredding event. Usually once in the spring in about April, and one's in the fall, about October. So we'll have our next one here in the spring. It's free to the communities as
Yeah,
well.
if you could notify us on that, would certainly,
Absolutely.
I'd like to help you out.
Fantastic.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you again.
All right, our second stop today is Anytime Fitness, which is located behind Sheets on Route 88. And I'm here today with Rob and Christina. And if you just let us know a little bit about, we were here once before, but if you can tell us when you took over.
Yeah, we took over in March, so we're fairly new to the business. Just got, something we both love to do. What has it been, about 6 months, 7 months?
Yeah. It's been here almost, 3 years November.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've only owned
Okay.
it since March.
And then did you make any significant changes since you took over?
Yeah, we're actually present. We're always here during staffed hours, and that makes a huge difference.
Our personal training program's really stepped up. It's involved, highly involved, so absolutely, I'd say that's a big change there.
Yeah, we get a lot of feedback from people saying, it's so nice to see people in here and involved, and
Right.
they love to see the owners present.
So you do the personal training yourself?
Yes,
And-
He does.
I do.
yes.
And so that's something, obviously, it has to be set up by appointment, or what?
Yeah, so you get a free fitness consultation when you sign up for a membership. And we also offer a 7-day pass, and we explain that we have personal training available, when you do sign up.
Okay. So if someone walked through the door for the first time, what would you tell them?
Well, we would give them a club tour. We'd say, hey, what brings you in? Obviously something brought them into our gym, you know what I mean? A thought or something. So, hey, what are you trying to achieve coming in here? And kind of take them around, show them a tour, sit them down, talk a little bit about, hey, what's your goal? You know what I mean? What are you trying to establish?
Okay, and do you keep a chart of every person as they come in, or how do you keep track of their progress?
So my personal training, I actually write their workouts from week to week. Say you train with me once a week on a Monday. So I'll have a program ready for you as an individual because everybody's different. So we just go through the exercises I have written down, and we do the routine. Then I give you a copy of it. You know what I mean? So we kind of learning something. You know what I mean? So my suggestion, hey, if we personal train on Monday, come Wednesday and Friday and do that same workout I wrote for you. And then week to week we'll vary it. So kind
And-
of like that.
And you're still open 24/7?
Correct.
Always,
Yep.
yes.
We're not
Even on
staffed
Christmas.
24/7.
Right,
We're open 20.
right.
That's some people,
Yeah, and I mentioned to you, my son-in-law comes here like every morning at 4:30
Yeah.
before he goes to work. So,
Yep,
and that was
there's
one of
people
the
in here.
that was one of the positive things. They moved from Monroeville to here, but that was one of the positive things that he can get here anytime he wanted.
Another positive aspect is once you work out at an Anytime Fitness location, so if you join here, you work out 30 days, reciprocity sets in, and you can work out at any of them in the world, and there's almost 3,000. So
Okay.
that's a really good, another good thing
Are there
about
quite
it.
a few in Western Pennsylvania? Or
Oh,
not?
yeah.
Absolutely.
There are?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure the exact
Right.
number, but yeah.
Just in a
there's-
probably 20-mile radius, there's 3 I can think of right off the bat.
Okay. And
Yeah.
then if someone's on vacation or whatever,
Right,
they
if you're
can-
in
they can
Florida, we were in
certainly-
Naples, there's 3. There was 3 right in,
Right,
real
right.
20-mile
close,
radius, yeah, absolutely.
And I did hear you mention before that you're part of Silver Sneakers, which is
Yes.
it was good to a lot of our viewers, including myself.
Yeah, it's an awesome program. We take that and we take other healthcare.
Such as Tivity,
Tivity.
Prime. Just call us, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And we take a lot of insurance plans.
Okay, now how does the Silver Sneakers work here? Someone has to be enrolled in that, or
Yeah, you have to contact your insurance and they'll set you up with it. They'll give you an enrollment number. You come in, you get a fob, you have the 24-hour access. We sign you up right there. Doesn't cost anything. You're all set.
Okay. All right, why don't we take a tour of the place, point out some features that you have, and then afterwards we'll put a few last words in.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
sounds
All right.
good. So we're walking through a little bit. As you see, we got our treadmills, our ellipticals. They're all equipped with 19-inch TV screens, equipped with Pandora, Hulu, Netflix, a variety of apps. So kind of make it a little interesting, and it actually has like a virtual reality, like you could run in Paris or France or something, virtual reality running. So something a little different. So we have some unique pieces of cardio equipment here. These are Octane Fitness machines. This one right here is a Zero Runner. It's like low impact on knees, joints, hips. The other one here is like a stepper and a Stairmaster.
When you get on this, there's a quick start button that demonstrates the stride that you want to achieve. A lot of people don't do it correctly. That's why we're here. We'll always help demonstrate that. So you can see Rob's really picking up his knees and kicking his feet up in the back. A lot of people want to just do like a glide, like a ski, and that's the incorrect way. But this is one of our low impact on your knees, your joints. It's a great machine for that, for somebody who has those problems. So basically, what makes this equipment unique is that it differs from like the treadmill where you're going to have a lot of pounding on your joints. This here simulates a nice running movement, and it takes that impact off of the joints.
So we're here at the Lateral. It's another Octane Fitness machine. I'm not much of a cardio guy, but this is something I do twice a week. I mean, it's amazing, amazing piece of equipment. Kind of simulates like a rollerblade. The foot pedals, they actually go in and out. There's about 12 different programs you could choose from, intensity level. Very unique. I'll give you a quick demonstration. See how it kind of simulates the in and out movement? Real low impact, no banging.
We're also, is it Western, we're the only club that has these machines
Yeah, in Western
in
PA.
Western PA, so you won't find them anywhere in any other gym.
So we're standing next to the TRX straps, awesome alternative to weight training. Body resistance, actually a lot easier on joints, soreness. Like I said, I can show you a couple movements that we do here.
The straps are adjustable, so depending on the exercise that you're going to do, you would just have to adjust them to fit the exercise. So Rob is going to be doing some squats, low resistance,
Lower back.
no pressure on the lower back. It's all body resistance. The further in you bring your feet, the more resistance you would have doing the exercise.
And next we're going to do the row.
So look how far in Rob is. He's using a lot of body resistance on this. For somebody who isn't as strong as Rob, you would want to bring your feet out further and do a row like that. Yeah, the TRX straps are unique in the way that you can take them anywhere with you, and you can have a full body workout with them.
So we're over here at the free weight area. We got a lot to offer over here. Being a smaller gym, we have a huge free weight area. We have a variety of different bars, a couple deadlift bars, squat bars, squat rack, leg press, Smith machine, dumbbells. We got dumbbells up to 100. So we do got a nice assortment of free weights over here at Anytime Fitness.
So this is something called a Wexer. This has almost 800 programs that you can do right here in our studio. It's very unique. You won't find this in a lot of gyms, maybe not any gyms. It's a very unique in the way that you can do any kind of class. You just have to pick, you have to go through the props, and we start with level. So you want to start with your level of intensity, beginner, intermediate, or advanced. We'll just do intermediate. And you want to hit next. And then you can pick from a variety of minutes. So we'll just do 16 to 30 minutes. It'll be like a cardio workout. And then it will show you with all that what kind of program you could do. There's anything from Yoga Works to Move, boxing. We'll try the boxing, and then it'll give you a certain number of classes you can choose from. Try here, and you just hit start. Once you hit start, the screen will come down, and you will be able to do a virtual class in our studio.
So aside from our virtual reality classes we have with the Wexer machine, we also have a live yoga class on Monday nights at 6:15, and we do group training classes in our studio of groups of 2 to 6 people, and we do a lot of personal training also here. So we do have some other options other than our Wexer.
And group or personal training can be, say you and a friend want to work out together. The rates are cheaper for personal training when you do have a buddy that you want to come in and work out with. So we do
Yeah.
offer individual, one-on-one sessions, but we also offer, like say you and another friend or even 2 friends want to work out together. Rob can do all 3 at the same time, train all of them together.
So here at Anytime Fitness, we also, we're hands-on. We like to award our members, take note of when they're trying to reach their goals. Right here, we keep track of how many times they come a month. So kind of a little bit of extra motivation, like I said. So good job. you know.
Motivation, recognition, it's our top 10 board, and that's updated every month.
Okay. All right, is there any other thing that you want to mention to our viewers out there before we wrap this up?
Just the security of the building. People always are, curious how the 24-hour access works. So we have 18 cameras in this facility, and they just were upgraded to HD. And I believe there's 5 on the outside of this building, and the whole plaza has cameras as well as sheets. So, it's a very secure building. We have a 911 phone. We have a emergency button. I call it the panic button you can push. If you're in here, something would happen. First response comes. And we have necklaces you can wear around your neck if you're in here by yourself and you just want to make sure,
Little sense of security.
Yeah, and you just push the button, first response comes. We
Yeah.
have first aid kits available outside in the gym that, say you cut your hand or something, you have access to that as well.
And also, our bathrooms are all private stalls, which kind of nice sometimes, to just have that privacy.
And we have showers, 2 stalls equipped with showers and 1 without.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Okay, well, we appreciate the tour. Good luck
you.
to you.
Yeah, thank you.
We hope you enjoyed the show for this month. We both learned different things at Anytime Fitness and Guardian Storage, and we look forward to seeing you on our next episode.